right, we're back for Eden Fractal's 134th meeting, and we have the pleasure to be here with longtime friend and Fractal community member and leader Charles and Mikael joining us here at Eden Fractal for the first time too, building Fractal Circles, and Tadas. We were just catching up, and I have a little presentation to kick us off for the Eden Town Hall, and we have some exciting topics, and then we're going to play the Eden Fractal Respect game later on too. So if anyone wants to say a quick hello or anything like that, then feel free. But otherwise, I'll just jump right into the presentation so we can get into the topics on today's agenda. So, Eden Town Hall is an Eden Fractal community event that we're just starting now, or we've been doing for the past few years, but we're just beginning the, I don't know, 70th Eden Town Hall or something like that. We put out this tweet where you can learn a little bit more. This is also in the Eden Fractal Telegram group, and I'm just going to give a quick guidance or overview about what we're going to be discussing today. So, if anybody is not familiar, Eden Fractal is a community dedicated to optimizing collective decision making through collaborative research, development, education, gamification, and community engagement. You can learn more about what we've been doing for the past 4 years at edenfractal.com and how you can get involved. And Eden Town Hall is a forum for fractal governance innovation that's dedicated to exploring the future of collaborative decision making and fractal governance. It's really here to support the Eden Fractal community and all fractal communities or all organizations and communities exploring better governance. You can check out all the videos from these events on those websites I mentioned, edentownhall.com and edenfractal.com, as well as on the Eden Creators YouTube channel. Encourage everyone to like and subscribe. And actually, by the way, we did just publish like 4 or 5 videos over the past couple of weeks. All the videos from last year are now up, so you can catch up all of our recent progress from Eden Fractal and Town Hall in these videos. And register on the new events calendar. This used to be the Optimistics events calendar, but it's now the Eden Creators events calendar, luma.com/Eden Creators, where you can register for these weekly events that occur. Eden Town Hall and Eden Fractal is currently operating on a bi-weekly basis, but we have town halls every week now. So for today's agenda, first we're going to be having for just about the next hour, we're going to be gathering for this Eden Town Hall where we're trying a new or like a somewhat updated community-driven game for selecting discussion topics. Tadas introduced it and called it Synchronous Respect Trees. And community members have voted, have proposed topics in the Eden Fractal Telegram group, and there are 6 topics that have been proposed on, and then community members had opportunity for the past few days to also vote on those topics on a snapshot poll, and basically whichever topic receives the most votes will be discussed first, and then if we have time, then we'll get to the second topic, third topic, and so forth, according to the votes. So the topics on today's agenda for the Eden Town Hall are to update Eden Fractal's ORDAO configuration, ORDAO being the executive I suppose, executive on-chain software for Eden Fractal and that Eden Fractal is using. Fractogram development priorities, Fractogram being an interface to play Respect games, Eden Fractal 2026 resolutions, and introduction to Fractal Circles and the Fractal Circle Telegram bot with a demo from Mikael, Optimism Fractal hiatus reflections as Optimism Fractal paused last week, and potentially continuing discussions from next week as well, or from recent events, I mean. And there's Tadas's post where he introduced this game and the snapshot poll linked there in the Eden Fractal Telegram group. And then after we uh, after we have the town hall, then we'll play the respect game afterwards for the next hour, where we'll share contributions to the Fractal ecosystem and rank each other's contributions and give each other respect and so forth. So hope that everybody will be able to stick around for both events. You're very welcome to, of course. And we will start now with the town hall. So for anyone who's not familiar, Tadas shared the Synchronous Respect Tree V1 document in the Eden Fractal Telegram group, and this is kind of like a new way of both choosing topics during the town hall, as well as this new feature of contribution requests, where the Eden Fractal community members can use their respect to vote on and propose things that people can contribute to Eden Fractal. We'll save that contribution request for later because right now we're going to focus mostly on the topic proposals and what we will, what's been proposed in topics. But the contributions requests will come in more focused during the Eden Fractal Respect game. And yeah, basically you can see the messages that Tadas shared, and then the snapshot poll where all the topics have been proposed. You can see the topic with the most votes. I'm going to refresh this real quick right now. But it looks like the topic with the most votes right now is updating ORDAO configuration, followed by introduction to fractal circles, followed by Eden Fractal 2026 resolutions, and Optimism Fractal hiatus, Fractogram and continuing discussions. You can see on the right side the distribution of votes. And then, so the topic that had received the most votes, updating the ORDAO configuration. Tadas wrote that the current configuration of Eden Fractal's ORDAO is meant to be temporary to allow old participants to claim their old respect before any contentious ORDAO proposals are executed. The current configuration is also becoming too limiting when we start passing more proposals this week, and he proposes to make some configuration changes, and he shared a document there, and he said this will only take a moment to pass, and then we can move on to the next topics. and he said he already made ORDAO proposals that would implement these changes in 18 days. So assuming that we don't cancel before then those proposals will go through. And then on the snapshot poll and in the Eden Fractal Telegram group, you can also see the other topics about Fractogram, about Eden Fractal 2026 resolutions. I believe that the second topic that we'll discuss, well, for sure, the second topic that we'll discuss, and it seems like we'll have a quick discussion about the updating ORDAO configuration. So after discussing the ORDAO configuration, we'll have an introduction to Fractal Circles with a demo and community discussion, where Mikael will introduce the Circles project. He's been developing fractal governance concepts for 15 years. And you can see more here. Just over the past few weeks, he's released this new Fractal Circle Telegram mini app that enables collaborative proposal to development and representative selection through Fractal processes. So yeah, more details on the screen, but basically Mikael can show us the app as well as share a bit of his experiences with Fractal Circles. And I'm excited to see these collaborations and learn more about the tool and see how Eden Fractal community can support it and also how this can be helpful for Fractal communities. If we have time, then we might discuss the Optimism Fractal hiatus, but actually the next topic that has the most votes after that is just Eden Fractal 2026 resolutions, where we can just lay out our resolutions and what we want to do in 2026. And so we can see more topics on there, but basically I'll just give a little lead in for Tadas here. So this is the proposal that Tadas shared in the Telegram group. And then I'll pass over to Tadas in a moment. This is the actual page where he shared the ORDAO configuration updates with one change to set vote period and veto period to standard values, and then a change to set max live yes votes to a bigger value. And I guess before I pass over to Tadas, I'll just provide a bit more context for anybody who's not familiar with the ORDAO app. So this is the app that Eden Fractal uses for executing on-chain actions like distributing respect after each respect game, for example, or we also use this as a on-chain way to elect delegates as well. Like for example, from the past event, you can see, this is actually the two proposals that Tadas mentioned. He made a proposal with ORDAO to change the configuration of ORDAO for set max live votes yes and set periods, and you can see those, more details about those there. And then there's also this custom signal to elect a delegate from our last week's meeting in which we elected Tadas. And then our last meeting, we also had a respect game where we're distributing respect according to the results of the respect game and so forth. So this is at eden.fraps.xyz. People can explore it there. And the proposal is to change these two parameters, or these three parameters: vote period, veto period, and max live votes, from I think 2 weeks to from 1 week to 3 days, and from 4 to 8. Tadas can go into more detail. He also linked the ORDAO repository as well with the optimistic respect-based executive contract, which is kind of like the core of ORDAO. Yeah, I won't go into too much detail here because Tadas can go into detail, but this basically is kind of like a white paper for ORDAO in a way, and this shows the variables, and so that provides context for what we're actually changing here. And then people can learn more at optimistics.io/ORDAO. I will be porting this article over to Eden Fractal at some point, but this is a good place where you can find a bunch of information as well as a bunch of videos about ORDAO as well. One more thing I'll mention here too is that we don't actually have enough delegates in attendance to approve this proposal. Maybe we can ping. Oh, actually, looks like Zaal is joining, so I think we do have enough delegates. If Zaal is a delegate, I don't know if Zaal's a delegate. I mentioned delegates in case anybody's not familiar. ORDAO serves as like the executive branch of the Eden Fractal governance process, but we also have a legislative branch. We have like a tripartite governance structure. And at this, and we use something called the Eden plus Fractal consensus process for the legislative branch, where at each event after the respect game, we elect a delegate. And then those delegates serve in councils, and then those councils like kind of form and make decisions amongst each other. Just a high level overview. This is at edenfractal.com/plus. And the delegates for this week, it's just, yeah, so we have Tadas and me in attendance, but we're missing Timothy and Ryan. So I don't know if we'd be able to approve this proposal unless one of them join. So maybe I can ping them while I pass it over to Tadas in case you want to provide any more details about this proposal, and then whenever we're ready, we can move on to the topic about fractal circles. Also, by the way, welcome Zaal, and welcome Felix. Thanks for joining, and it's a pleasure to see you. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, I feel like we have discussed this enough in the previous town hall last week, especially with all the delegates who can pass this. So I don't think it's worth going into too much detail. It's a small change. Basically, we're changing some ORDAO configurations to more standard values, which we didn't have in the beginning because of details how we were implementing claim process for old Eden Fractal Respect. Now we can go back to standard values, and yeah, so we basically need uh, we need my at least my vote. 10 I see voted as well, and Swarty or should also vote. Uh, but he's not here right now. Maybe he will vote in the chat anyway. So yeah, I created a poll in the Telegram in general. Uh, yeah, so I think we can move on to the next topic for the time being.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Tadas. And yeah, for a little context, that we did talk about this with Timothy at the last week's event that we had, and he agreed to it. Although due to the rules of the Eden plus fractal consensus process, we can only really approve proposals during the Eden Town Hall event. So we'll see if he votes yes on that, and if not, then we can just plan to propose that again um, in the following Eden Town Hall when we have another opportunity to do so. With that, if any of you had any quick questions about that, then feel free to ask as well. I know that might have been a lot of new information for people who aren't familiar with ORDAO and stuff like that. So if you do have any quick questions or thoughts before we move on, then feel free. But otherwise, we can move on to the next topic, which is about fractal circles. And if you want, Mikael, I have some slides here I could pull up to kind of give you a little introduction with your work with Fractal Circles and Unite Awakening. I pulled like maybe six or seven little links that I can give you a little intro, or if you want, you can just go ahead and share some thoughts first, or
You're
proceed however
welcome
you like.
to introduce. Feel free.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll go ahead now and introduce the next topic, which is about fractal circles. So I put out this topic proposal for a little bit of context. I learned about Mikael's work maybe 2 years ago or something like that when Mikael started sharing some stuff in the Fractally chat related to fractal circles, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is so cool. And it turns out that he'd been working on fractal governance for about 15 years, and we actually had the pleasure to meet on a call that we did but about 2 years ago or so, and we haven't really spoken much since then. But then I saw over the past few weeks you started up a new Telegram group, and you have recently completed or at least have a beta version of a new app for fractal circles that looks really interesting. I've been following your chats and stuff, so we've been in contact over the past few weeks, and so basically we agreed that it'd be a good idea for Mikael to join here at Eden Fractal and demo the Fractal Circle app with the Eden Fractal community and explore ways to integrate it into the Fractal ecosystem, and help other communities, help Eden Fractal and any community interested in fractal decision-making processes or just improving governance, improving coordination, and so forth, to learn about the Fractal Circle app. So I wrote here this topic proposal in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat, and I gave a little high-level overview about how it's a collaborative decision-making tool that helps groups discuss ideas, evaluate proposals, and select representatives through multiple rounds of small group discussions, all within Telegram. And during this session, Mikael can introduce himself and the Fractal Circles project in general, because the bot is one aspect, I'd say, of the Fractal Circles project. It's one kind of piece of software that's new and very exciting, but there's also much more that goes around the Fractal Circles project, so we can speak more generally about that, and then also share his perspective on fractal governance and lead us through an interactive demo where we can test the app together. And I wrote how we can try out this can provide an opportunity to try out. I think we might try it out the new fractal governance tool in action. Also, we could. Mikhail also said that it might be helpful to discuss it next week too, because I think next week we'll probably have a 2 hour Eden Town Hall. So depending on how much time we want to allocate right now, we can do a quick intro now and more in depth later, or we could just do a deep dive now. It's really up to the community and how we decide to do it here. And then we can, just explore synergies and learn and provide Mikhail with some feedback. There's more details here on the page, and he links to fractalcircles.org, or actually I link to fractalcircles.org and the bot manual. So I'm just going to go through those real quick. Mikhail also shared a very nice introduction in the Eden Fractal Telegram group yesterday, sharing some of his work, his professional work, his interests, as well as his work with fractal governance that you can see on the screen here. And really excited to see what Mikael will share with us. Fractalcircles.org is where you can learn about the project that is working to pioneer the future of decentralized collaboration. There is a book called Empowering Social Justice Through Dynamic Fractal Organizations, a guide to transformative activism, inclusivity, and collective intelligence. Also a video and different ways to support and learn like a high-level overview of the Fractal Circles project as well. There's a couple different apps too. I don't know if you want to mention those at all, but feel free to take it however you think is best. And people can explore the site at fractalcircles.org. And Mikael also linked. This is, I believe, uniteawaken.com. Am I getting that URL right? Yeah, uniteawake.com, which is another website that is working to help launch fractal democracy and serving as kind of an inner circle in some way that combines fractal circles with empathetic communication and united awakening. So I encourage people to check out both of these websites, fractalcircles.org and uniteawake.com. And from uniteawake.com, you can also find Mikael's Substack, where he has lots of articles about fractal governance here, and you can learn more about him and the different projects he's working on. And he recently just posted a post about how the Fractal bot is booting up with some more details here and sharing what's ready with some pictures and invites and so forth, and what he's planning to do next and how people can support his work. So just giving a high level overview here, then we'll pass it over to Mikael for any
Yeah.
more details. But basically, that's it. I think there's one lesson I have here, which is the Fractal Circle bot manual, which is kind of like an in-depth guide to how the app works. So if you want to keep sharing my screen, Mikael, and you can you can kind of walk us through here, or if you want to share your screen, you're welcome to, or if you want to get stop the screen share and you can, just do, we can proceed however you'd like.
Yeah, I'm trying to share my screen and walk you through a short demo. I'm just thinking about as quick as possible, really, and then we will set up time for those who are interested. I have this channel on Telegram also where I have like a beta test group, and it's possible to join this group, and I will have more in-depth introductions going every other week or so. So there will be plenty of chance to look in a deeper sense. But I'm happy to explain a little bit. As you already mentioned, I've been working a long time with this fractal idea, and I'm very excited about the idea, and also really happy to see your work, of course. And I've been building several apps before, like one integration with with like a voice call service that's using this fractal method, and also like a bulletin board. But both of these projects really didn't go so far and because they were a little bit difficult to get into. So this third app, this the Telegram bot, is really as simple as it can be, which is only to get people introduced to the idea and can start using it straight away. So to use the app, I'm gonna show you a little example then. Uh, to join, we need to all join our the same circle and in the Telegram. So if you actually go to the fractalcircles.org homepage, there is a link there to join the Fractal group on Telegram. So it's kind of easy if we all go into that group at the same time. And then I'm gonna show you how I create a meeting. You can, I go to the bot. It's like the Fractal Circle bot. Actually, I will delete the chat here, and then I'll go back here. So I can show you how it looks the first time you start it.
Thank you, Mikael. Just by the way, you're not sharing your screen. I don't know if you want to, but I gave you permission to share your screen. So
Oh, okay,
you can
okay.
start that
So
whenever you want.
I didn't get that. So I will do that now.
Hmm.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Let's see then. So if I search for this fractal circles, I will find this bot here, as you can see, hopefully. And I just click start. So it's at Fractal Circle bot. You come to this and you have a little menu coming up. You can read more about the bot, how it operates. And you can basically create a fractal. There's also a button there, open dashboard, which comes in later when you actually have a started meeting. So I can create a fractal, which is a meeting then. So it's like your favorite quote. So it's like basically we're gonna vote on our favorite quote or whatever we want to, basically. And I'm asked to enter a description, a short quote. Okay. And then I can specify the round time. A round time is actually then when the meeting starts, we're going to be subdivided into like breakout groups or just groups of 8 people. I think right now it's set to 5 people. As we're so few people, it won't really show the effect of the whole thing. If we were like 10, then we would create two circles of 5 each. Anyway, this is the round time, and the round time is like the first. Now we're gonna just have one round because we're just so few. But if we were more than 8, obviously it's gonna be 2 rounds. The first round will be 2 group of maybe 5 if we're 10 people, and the second round will only be a round of 2 people. It's like one representative from each circle coming in to the second round, which is like where we summarize the proposal from the previous circles. So I'm going to just take a short, really short here, like 5 minute round. And I specify the time when it's going to start. It can be any time. And I'm just going to put 2 where in 2 minutes it will start. So I get this nice invitation. I can sign up for the meeting, and I can also share this invitation for the meeting. And I'm going to share it in the Fractal Circle demo group. So if you join this group, you can now click the little button, go to the Fractal, and you will get this same invitation, and you have to click sign up for the Fractal meeting. Obviously, it doesn't work for me because I'm already signed up. Are any one of you want to join? So, have you gone to this place? You're all welcome to join this.
I've just joined and I hit sign up for Fractal meeting. It says welcome to Fractal, quote your favorite quote, and it says you'll get a Telegram message when the meeting starts.
Yes, so you're in. So it basically we have 1 minute left if anyone else want to do it. Something that's interesting is the time of the rounds because that creates a very different dynamic. Now it's like a 5 minute round. We kind of need to be fast. We need to make our proposition in this app and we need to vote on things and comment and everything in 5 minutes, which is obviously unrealistic for most decisions. So this can be extended any amount of time, and it's very interesting to have a round going for like days. You can have it for 2 days. Then you have plenty of time to go into this app and vote and such. And after like the day has gone or the 2 days, then the next round starts with representative continuing the work. So it can be a progressive even weeks, like each round takes this time. And it creates a scenario where you can discuss things very much in depth. But now we have this super fast round. So I'm hoping it's going to start anytime now. So you can see it's supposed to start 1777 Central European time, and it's now. So I hope, yeah. Now it says Fractal, your favorite quote has started. Open dashboard. So I just click on this dashboard button and I get this little window popping up. And if you have a mobile phone, which many people have, it covers the whole screen very neatly. So it looks really integrated into Telegram. So here it says, welcome to the Fractal meeting, your favorite quote, a short quote, and round time is 5 minutes. So everybody can basically click on the button, create a proposal. And when you do that, you just get this little form that you're going to say the name of your proposal, which is actually the quote in this. So you can write any quote or just test or whatever. And like speaking is silver. No, silence is gold. I say here, it's my quote. I don't even need a description, but yeah, it's my favorite, I just say. Obviously, you can write as much as you want. You can have long and then short. And when I submitted that, I can see also my little button here says it's like blinking. Update view means that there is new contributions there. So I click this update view, and suddenly one quote appeared from Felix. My quote, fake it until you make it. And this app then forces me to vote on everything. So I cannot see anything else if I don't vote on every. So I have to start making a vote here. Yeah, fake it. I like it. It gets quite a lot of stars. And there's a comment here as well. Vote for my quote, get a free lunch coupon. And that I'm definitely gonna vote 3 stars. After I voted for this, I get the next in line. Testing the UI is not so interesting. I'm just gonna take it away and I'm gonna make a comment. It's a bad quote. Okay, continue. And until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. It's too complicated for me. I give it a okay. That's like a very Christian thing. I'm gonna give it quite a lot of stars. So, so when I've actually gone through all of the active things, I get this group representative card where I can see all the group members and I can give them like points for how well I like their contribution. And right now there's not so much to go on, but I can look both on comments and I can look at a proposal and I can basically vote for anyone. But I don't need to vote now either. I can see there's more here. So update view, there's something. No, there's nothing more. So basically, if any one of you make a comment right now on anything, it will force me to vote on that comment as well. So please make a comment so I can demonstrate it to you. So yeah, now it's blinking here. So there's something new. It's a good comment. Yeah. Anyway, then I feel that Felix is really the best one, so I click him and I give him a gold medal. Dancing Joy gets a silver, and Bishop gets a bronze medal, and I'm all done. So basically, I could log out now and do other things and log in later on and see if there's some updates or anything. But this fractal is basically, this round is going to end now in just a minute. And because we're not so many people, we will not see one part of the progress because the one who has the most votes will automatically go continue to the next round, and that person will also receive a message in your Telegram channel saying you are the representative of your group. You can join the round starting now, basically, because next round will always start right after this round has ended in the current setup. So I'm just going to wait the time out there and I'm going to show you something else. If you go back to the Fractal Circle bot, where you have this open dashboard thing, you can also write things straight into the bot chat. Hi. And that message will go to all people that is also part of the same group. So if we were like 1,000 people having hundreds of group, if you write here, it will only address those in your your current group. So I reply to Dancing Joy, hi back, and there is like this reply function as well. This is kind of neat because I could easily make the whole app and this little private chat total private because nobody really knows the name except me, like as a developer. So I could hide the name and even invent new names. And that's one feature I'm going to make later on, that you basically can just choose from a few already decided names or random names. So it creates a bit of anonymity so that no one get like any special treatment or so. Anyway, I'm gonna say I have this message round one that's already ended. Open the dashboard to see the final results, and I can do that. And then I can see the votes that won. Is this sincerity prayer here? Got 37 in total. So that's really good. And and I basically see all the proposals from this meeting, and the comments are also ordered by how many stars they got as well. So everything is there. But if there's a lot of comments, then there's gonna be show more. It's gonna say, and you need to click it to see everything. But what would happen if we were like 10 people? Yes, now the top two proposal, only the Serenity Prayer and my quote about speaking is silver. Those two would continue into next round. Obviously, that's a configuration thing, but that's the default. So if we would have like 8 times 8 people, 64 people, we would start out with 8 groups of 8 people. And in the second round, there would be 8 representatives having two top quotes from all circles, meaning that it's going to be 16 quotes in total in the next round. And if we were like 64 times 8 people, the next round, the third round, would have the same amount because it's going to be the same all the time, maximum 16 proposals. And and in the end, you will only see like the top in the last circle, but you can also in the end also see show all contribution. Then you actually list everything, which means if you have 1,000 of people, it will be enormous list of proposal that you basically don't need to read. That's the whole reason why we have this fractal. You can sort most of it out. And I'm quite happy to end that, and I'm open to any questions if there is time for questions or any comments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mikael. That's a fascinating demo, and I'm really excited to see what you built here. And I have a bunch of questions, a bunch of thoughts. I also I appreciate people giving my quote number one too, by the way. As he's often at the heart, and we had some claps along the way too. First off, Mikael, if there's anything else you want to share, then feel free. I mean, if anyone wants to move on to the next topic at some point, just I guess let us know, because I know, like for example, Tadas had also voted for the 2026 resolutions, and one of the things that was actually one of the contribution requests this week was like a way, like a game to decide when to move on to the next topic. So we currently don't have like a set system for that, but if anybody wants to, then feel free. But otherwise, in the meantime, I guess I'm happy to just ask more questions and share more thoughts
Yeah.
about fractal circles as well.
I would be really happy to get some feedback and some ideas how to get this like being used somewhere, because it's a hard time already to get people to try this system out, and I don't understand why people are so slow that they don't understand that this is the best thing ever happened.
Come on,
But
people.
do you have any feedback, anyone?
Yeah, so I have some questions written out, but we haven't yet heard much from Tadas and Charles and Felix and Zaal.
Yeah.
So I see Zaal already he has questions and feedback. So maybe Tadas, if you want to go ahead first, and then if anyone wants to go next, you can either raise your hands or share in the chat, or just feel free to unmute after Tadas and speaks and asks this question.
Okay, so maybe a question first. How are the initial groups formed?
Yeah,
So as I
right
understand,
now
yes.
it's totally random right now, but I have like already built in the function that you could match people by time zone, for example, to make it easier to have a live chat or so. But right now it's just oh yeah, it's just random.
Okay. Then another question. Like for me, when I was using that interface, uh, is it intentional that it shows one proposal at a time and you vote on
Yeah.
each then you have to click uh, to update view to see the next.
You don't need to click the update view necessarily. It will automatically load the next proposal as soon as you voted. And yeah, obviously it's just a matter of configuration, but I found it to be some people find it overwhelming if there's like hundreds of contributions. So, and also it could be that I need people to vote on every proposal and comment because I don't trust people to actually look at the things if they don't. So it's kind of a forceful mechanism to get people to at least quickly browse through them. Obviously, you can vote several times. You don't need to have a final vote. You have the time to change your vote during the whole round.
Okay, cool. Uh, and there was also an opportunity to vote on a delegate, right?
Yes.
I somehow missed that. I don't know how.
You have to vote on all the proposals. Then this card will come in the end with all the delegates, so you can choose. You actually choose three. Like you give one 3 point, one 2 point, and one 1 point.
Okay, cool. Uh, yes, and just one piece of feedback before I um,
Mm.
think more about it is that I think pasting and when you're creating a proposal, I think pasting does not work in the description. At least it
Uh,
did not work for me.
I didn't understand what didn't work.
I mean, I tried to copy and paste the code in the proposal,
Ah,
and
I'm not sure about that. I guess it only accepts pure text and emojis and stuff like this doesn't work. So I don't know anything about that actually. It's just a standard HTML thing. So that could be a update in the future. But I don't want to make too much updates. I spent like 500 hours in total in all my my different Fractal apps, and it kind of bothers me that I put so much time into it. It's easy to put time into this kind of things in small details. I just want to get it working and used basically.
yeah, I understand. I fully understand. Like you want to see get feedback as well first. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
overall, I I I like all things fractal democracy. So I like this, and I think I haven't used a Telegram mini app, and I'm was thinking about those kind of tools for Eden Fractal. So this is I'm really glad to have tried this.
Yeah,
Uh,
it could be very easy to integrate, for example, as you're already using Telegram, it could be integrated, for example, for voting on next week's topics and such, could be using an app like this. And would be happy to configure an app, especially for your needs, for example. If there is a need for that in the future, I'm happy to contribute to your project as well.
okay, that's good to hear. Maybe we'll think of something.
Yeah.
Okay, for now, I think that's all from me. Dan, do you have any questions?
I do. First, before I go, I saw Zaal wrote a question in the chat. Zaal wrote, so this is totally async, right? Feel free to elaborate on that, Zaal, if you want to unmute. But I'm curious about that as well. Is it meant for being synchronous on a call like this, or asynchronous? I see Zaal's also unmuted, so you go ahead, Zaal. Oh, I see thumbs up.
The setup, it's everything is async. It's Python backend using fast API, and it's running in a Docker container. So it's I'm gonna make a swarm. If anybody knows what that is, I basically don't know so far, but I'm gonna make it like so it distributed over several servers. Right now, I have all the data on my server. If my server goes down, everything goes down. But it would be nice to make it in the cloud or something like this. I don't know if that answered your question. I wasn't really sure what the question was.
Do you want to, did that answer your question, Zaal? Do you want to elaborate on it?
No, please
But,
come with some more questions.
yeah, but by the way, Zaal, I see you're unmuted right now, but I don't, and right
Yeah,
now,
there we
oh,
go.
okay, there
Okay,
you go.
sorry
Okay.
about that. I was gonna say, Is the code open source? Like, do you have it available for us to try out and check out? I'm just yeah, curious on that part as well.
Yeah, right now it's open on GitHub and I can post your link. It's not so clean the code, so I kind of I can give it to some developer, but yeah, I think it's not really made to be published yet. But the idea is that it's going to be open source, so everybody can put up their own bot.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I'm super excited. There's a group I'll message with this video that you showed the demo in, and I think it'd be a good tool. I just tried fractals with them for the first time this week, and for a specific other like use case, and it was the way I run mine and the way that one needs to be run is very different. So I think this could be a very good way for that to happen. So excited to try it more. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, you're all welcome to continue being in this fractal beta group as well, and so there's possibility to help out also and get a more in-depth demo. I could put up also a demo. I have another demo where I actually put in hundreds of bots myself into the bot, so we have like a large discussion of hundreds of people with AI users. That's interesting if you don't have enough people to try it on. And one of these demos could be nice to look into as well.
All right, very cool. Thank you, Mikael. Thanks all for the question. I can ask a few more, but just curious if anybody else wants to jump in first. Curious if Charles and you been following the project and interested. I'm not sure if you tested it because I know that Mikael also hosted another demo maybe last week, I think that was, or maybe 2 weeks ago. So,
2 weeks ago, yeah.
okay, sounds good. Well, yeah, Charles or also Felix, it's the first time we met, and I think that you're familiar with the project too. I'm not sure, but if you guys want to share anything or even just say hello or share any comments on that on the app, then feel free to jump in. And I guess if not, also Mikael, Tadas, Zaal, if you have anything else to add, feel free. But otherwise, I could also just go ahead and share some of my questions on my mind here too.
Yeah, no feedback on my end. I was there indeed a week ago to test it with Michael, and I already gave him my feedback. So that's all. That's for me. You're welcome to go ahead with the questions.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Charles. So, well, I'll actually first make a note here. Just also welcome time too. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. So one thing that I just remembered is that when I first read the article about the bot, like the documentation article that I shared briefly on the screen, I took some notes there, and so I could also share those notes at some point because I think I wrote like 8 or 9 questions there, and I don't think we'll have time for that. And maybe some of those questions are answered now that I've actually seen the app in practice. And I also had a few new questions. So we have about 13 minutes or so, 15 minutes till the top of the hour when we'll start transitioning the respect game. So we could also save more questions and more details for another meeting too, but we can just get through however much we have for now. And I guess maybe the first question that I'm just I suppose most broad question or kind of pair of questions before I get into like a particular thing is what is the vision for the app? Like, where do you, I suppose when we played right now, we just played with the quote game, and that was fun. That was interesting, and I could see it be useful in this kind of like game format where we're doing something fun, like choosing the best quote. And I had fun; it was enjoyable. But I know also from your writing, you see this as a way to help communities, coordinate better and improve governance and so forth. And it seems like you have some pretty big ambitions where, all kinds of communities could use this, similar to how we think of it at Eden Fractal. So I'm curious, what would be like the way that you would imagine communities, organizations to use this in practice outside of selecting for quotes? Like, how would they use it? What kind of like, I guess, prompt would there be in the beginning instead of share your quote? What would it be like? What would be the prompt, or would it be usually one thing, and would it be played like often and regularly? Like maybe weekly, like we play a game or monthly or something like that, or just kind of played once to make a decision. I know I'm kind of bundling a few questions together, but maybe that just helps to convey the thing that I'm curious about. What's the vision about how communities will use this in practice that you want to achieve?
Yeah, thanks for the question. Yeah, I am focused especially on like activist group, and I've been organizing a lot of demos in the past and in different issues, and I want to see a way to just organize this kind of movement that often get yeah, they get really difficult when the members if too many members, then nobody knows where to go, and it gets a bit difficult. So the idea is when I've been using this in the past, just on site, I've been using the same method. We kind of meet, let's say, once every 2 weeks or so. And the first question I put out is actually like, what do we have? What kind of ambition do we have as a group? Obviously, the group already has some kind of mission statement, but like, what do you want to do? And then some ideas pop out, and then when we have these ideas, we can straight away form group around the top ideas. Like depending on how many people you are, maybe you have like the three top proposals for what we're gonna do. In my case, there was like yeah, we were doing this demo in the past with all the Corona stuff, and there was one group who wanted to invite lawyers to help us with some stuff. There was another group who wanted to make some flyer and give information, and there was a third group who wanted to do some other thing that I don't remember. But basically, like the first question can be very broad and open. So the next meeting we have three groups coming back, and you can continue playing this game like okay, what is the things we want to have on the flyer, for example, in my group. Then I split the groups. Yeah, we had three different, and then I do a fractal in my group, and we take out yeah, what's the top information we want to have on our flyer, and we do this game again, and it just continues like this. And once in a while, we go back to the broader question again. So it's a really like self organizing. You don't really have to have more than like a basic open question, and then you can continue on those questions until they're done, basically. And you can go back to a broader question again. Let's say every month you have a broad meeting of getting what you want to do the next month, and then you have smaller in between, so to say. I hope that answers you a bit. Uh, and also, like what I want with this app is just I want to reach out to all member-based organizations in general. Like I was mailing Amnesty International and some other like big NGOs, kind of. I'm not so sure that they're interested in having like a democratic process for air, but there are many of these NGOs that has a lot of people, even like climate alarmists and stuff like this. If you could give them this tool where the members actually can say what they want, then that could create the whole direction of this big organization where they actually understand what the members want, which probably is not what the board of directors want. So that's kind of my idea.
All right, excellent. Thank you for the answer. And yeah, I love the idea, and really excited to see the next steps as well as how we can support you here at Eden Fractal. Um, so yeah, I'm curious what best next steps to take. Also maybe one quick question I have, just because I'm still, it's kind of like Zal's question. I think you answered it there, but I still, it's kind of related to my question. But Zal's question, he said this is totally async, and I think you answered kind of on a technical level how it's built. But so you intend that, yeah, because you also mentioned different time zones, but basically the idea is that this would facilitate live meetings, generally speaking. You could also play it asynchronously where people aren't on a call in general, but it's often used for having it where people are on like a Zoom call or like an in-person meeting as well. And then they'll use the Telegram while doing that, in most cases. Or are there also some cases where people would just use the app and just, just coordinate via text or asynchronously?
Yeah, the basic setup is the asynchronous usage that let's say you have a full 3 days to have a round, and people from all kind of time zones can go in a few times, and it's like just like a discussion that's going on. That's the basic way I'm seeing it work out. If you're in the same time zone, obviously you can organize in the chat just a link to a Zoom meeting and organize a time to speak as well. But that is optional, totally optional. And actually, I already did another app that is only for meeting, like so you have like a breakout rooms that's created automatically, and that's also in good beta stage. But that's another app. So I could basically join them together as well and get one with the both functionalities. But I don't want to make things difficult, so I don't want to add that function. But it's probably nice that this is a chat only. Like that's the main focus in my mind, at least. I think that's enough.
Okay, thank you. And what's the upcoming plan for like what like now it's in beta testing and you want to get feedback, and I know you were apprehensive about making changes because you think that it seems like it's already like quite well built. There might be a couple little things here and there to fix or improve, but
Mm.
I'm curious if you want to elaborate on your plan for the coming weeks and months, as well as how you'd like for people to get involved or help.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what is really important is to get like a foot into some project. It would be nice if there is a real project that has this kind of need of this, and that is like an organization of at least 50 active members, and that like get a foot in. I'm already like reaching out to a bunch of different like political parties or whatever. I'm really, I just want to have a crowd who are interested in organizing. Could be anything, could be for a game, could be for whatever, but I would like to find my way inside, and I find that kind of difficult, to be honest. I don't like to look for people, and so basically, I really would like to have some support in this. Someone who can help finding a good candidate for trying this on, and hopefully that will have a bit of momentum, so more organizations sees it, likes it, and start adopting this. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mikael. I see Felix has his hands up, so I'll pass it over to Felix.
I just wonder, Michael, have you tried to reach out to the party Direct Democracy, Direktdemokraterna på svenska?
Well, I am not, but I would, I will do that as well. For sure, it's a good idea. Nice hair you have.
That was the first thought about when I just started to read a little about it, because I tried to get into the direct democracy when I went to Skatteundbykursen.
Yes.
It was on my mind. So if I could learn more about this, maybe I could help you get some users as well. I just wanted to say that. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much, and that's very helpful. Um, Perfect. And we know each other also from the Rainbow Gatherings, which is also a place that I'm kind of always trying to implement this in there. I've been going to their online forum and trying to get them to use this as a vision circle, like a fractal vision circle, if anyone knows what the fractal gatherings are. But it's a really large autonomous organization, like one of the world's biggest.
Hmm. Yeah, I've heard about the Rainbow Gatherings, and I saw something about a rainbow fractal in your blog, I think, in the Substack. So I'm curious to learn more about that. And yeah, maybe a couple quick things I'll share here. So one, I know you mentioned interest in having more people test it, like you want to test it with 8 or 14 people or more so that you can see the feature and functionality of having the breakout room. So we could also coordinate another meeting, try to invite more people to be able to join for that to help you test the app. And you're very welcome to keep joining here at Eden Fractal and share it with and share with community members. I'm sure many community members would be interested in helping you find organizations as well as testing and so forth. And actually, I want to also welcome Eric. Eric is actually running a research study right now with a university where he's well, I'm curious to hear Eric's updates because I haven't heard over the past couple months, but he's been working with, I don't know, he's trying to gather about 100 people for this research study to test out similar processes to the respecting of fractal governance. So you two might want to talk, and there might be some opportunity for collaboration there. And then yeah, it overall, Mikael, it also just seems like there's a lot. Like I've been diving into your writings. I know you've also built several other or multiple other apps that are related to this and fractal governance. You've been working for a long time, so I think there'd be it'd be helpful to have more discussions
Yeah.
about both testing the app and exploring the app because like I said, I have like those like 12 other questions, 15 other questions. So I'll try to put those together in a document for you at some
Yeah.
point, as well as in these upcoming meetings, we can also just talk about it too. And then we can record these videos and then save them so we can help share that with others. And excited to help you along the way in terms of refining this and getting it to organizations. And I think it's a great work helping to build this Fractal Circles app and all the other things you're doing with Fractal Circles. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate you joining and sharing with us.
Thank you so much, Dan. It's really nice to be invited here also, and I feel really happy to be here. And thanks to everybody for listening as well. So please hook up with me anytime. I'm happy to help you and do something together as well. Thanks.
Sounds great. You're very welcome, McCall. All right. And yeah, for anybody who just joined now or joined late, you can learn more about McCall's work at fractalcircles.org and also uniteawake.com. If you want to share those links again or turn in the Zoom chat, you can. And then those are also all available in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat, I should say. McCall just shared links to those in Eden Fractal Telegram chat at t.me/EdenFractal. If anybody has any last comments before we wrap up the town hall, then feel free. And then whenever we're ready, it is the top of the hour, so we can transition into the respect game. We'll be staying in this Zoom room, and we'll probably go into breakout rooms actually because we have 8 people. And so we'll go into 4 groups of 4, and I'll just give a quick presentation to kick us off there, and then we'll be on our way playing the respect game. Does anybody have any last comments about Fractal Circles or anything with the town hall before we proceed into the respect game portion of the event?
This is Eric. I just want to say I do want to connect with Mikael. That sounds great. And I am testing an app too at the moment. So there you go.
Sounds good. Yeah, for a little context, we have several apps that various community members have built in the Eden Fractal community and wider Fractal ecosystem. So we're all aligned in wanting to test these apps and believing as you did, Mikael, like why is everybody not wanting to use this all right away? So we have our work set out for us to help people understand the benefits of these apps and test them and get them in the right position. Big organizations.
So my app is optimized for getting people to have one session and run the whole thing themselves. So that's what I'm working for. It's not so much what I'm doing, it's the delivery. And we made several iterations. So the downside of my app is it doesn't connect to blockchain yet, because I'm just trying to get people to come up and run a fractal meeting themselves. So it's pretty good. Everybody's welcome to test. I'm testing it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, except for next Friday at noon Pacific time.
Sounds great. Thank you, Eric, for sharing details with us. Yeah, I'm excited to hear your updates about the research and your spec game. And if you want to share any links, maybe in the Eden Vector Telegram chat where anybody can follow up and join those, then that would be appreciated.
I will do that. I am driving to a destination right now because I am launching the Connected by Innovation podcast. So I'm going to the podcast studio.
Okay, well, excited to hear and be connected with innovation. And yeah, whenever you get a chance, make sure you drive safe. But whenever you get a chance later on, if you want to share any links there, and maybe you can tag Mikael there as well, so you guys can connect afterwards.
No.
All right, so this has been a wonderful town hall event. We didn't get to discuss all the topics on the agenda, but I think we'll probably do a town hall next week, and we'll probably have 2 hours for it, so we can continue talking about fractal circles as well as 2026 resolutions and everything else in the following week at Eden Town Hall. So hope to see you all there, and with that, we'll transition into the Eden Fractal Respect game.